All right, everyone, we're joined here by Houston Dash goalkeeper and captain Jane Campbell. I'll start with just opening remarks, and then we'll throw it to everybody here in the room. If we have anybody on Zoom, we'll take care of that as well. Jane, we'll start with opening remarks following today's match here against Utah Royals.
Yeah, big win here. First win at home this year. So that's obviously great. I think it took a little longer than we thought, but that's okay. And happy to get the first win and a really good result against a pretty crafty team. So really happy with the group and happy for Coach Fabrice and his staff as well.
Thank you for that. We'll start with questions here in the room. Dio?
Hey Jane, congratulations. Good performance tonight. I felt like, you mentioned it a little bit there about the win, sort of maybe a little bit for Fabrice and the team. There was some really nice scenes, I felt like, at full time on the bench and on the pitch. What were the words in the circle and the words you were sharing with each other after the win?
Yeah, I think it's just a good win. I think, it's been, I don't want to say like a rocky road, but we're definitely rebuilding this year and we're learning new things and trying to fit the puzzle pieces together, and we're definitely not anywhere close to, fitting this puzzle together and completing it. But it's definitely a good step in the right direction. And I think just it's hard. This league's hard, and winning a game 1-0 is also very hard in this league. And so I think for us, we just wanted to come in and try and make some sort of statement. Grab 3 points when we can, and really just get ourselves some confidence going into the next few games. So I think for the message at the end of the game, it was, I think it's quite clear watching the game, it definitely wasn't the prettiest game by any means, but we'll take the 3 points and kind of take that confidence into the next week.
It felt like there were some really positive chunks, but it was sort of a game of chunks. First half quite even. Beginning of the second half, Utah had probably their best spell, but then last 20 minutes, probably the best spell of the game for the Dash. Take me into that, what you're thinking, what you're managing in those moments, because it felt like a big game, a big lesson for managing like 15, 10-minute spells, right? Yeah,
I think the first half, coming into halftime, I think we were all we thought about it as like a ping pong game. It was just 3 passes here, 2 passes here, 4 passes, and, I don't know if there was much rhythm from either team. It was just kind of like a stalemate, and, second half we kind of knew that Utah would probably come out and, Fabrice didn't really have many coaching points. He was just like, this is it. There's 45 minutes left, and it's just up to us. And so I think you definitely saw the waves of momentum in the second half. And I think, I hope and I think that the team as a collective, everyone, from top down, really felt as though like we needed the 3 points. And I think that's really when the momentum kind of turned for us. I think Utah came out really well in the first chunk of the second half, and I think we just kind of had to weather that storm, and then we were ready to go.
And last one for me, and I'll hand it to Manny. The turning point for me, and I'd be interested to hear about the mental side of this, is when Fabrice took off Danny and brought on Diana, and that felt just like a bit of a statement, right? You take off your 6, you put on a big centre forward. It felt like, here we go, at home, we're going for it. Did you feel that? Yeah,
I think our bench is quite deep. I think any 11 can start, and anyone can come on, and I think that's something really special about this group. And we all know Dee has an amazing presence here, and I know she's been itching to, get back in on the field and make an impact. So Danny's obviously a great player, and I think just like you said, putting on a 9 for a 6 is, probably not the most normal sub, but I think, like you said, it kind of sends a message to the team like, hey, this is now the game plan, and let's go get it.
We'll go right here. Yep.
Jane, congratulations to you on the Dash. I'm Caesar with Viva Houston. So my question is, in terms of tonight's win, do you see that maybe as it could possibly be a turning point in the season for you guys, where you guys start getting more positive results? Is this, in terms of spirit-wise, is this a positive thing? You guys can build up on this?
I definitely think it's a positive spirit thing for sure. I think it'll give us confidence going into the next week, knowing we've got 3 points. I think a turning point, I think it's a bit early to say that, to be honest. I think we're only, 6 games in, and theirs is a long season, and we definitely don't want to be peaking next week, We still have a long way to go, and I mean that in a good way. There's so much more that we can build on and learn, and, knock on wood, not everyone gets injured, but there will be injuries. People will come in and out, and I think just gelling with the group more and more, and if we change formations, learning the new formation and what that'll do to an opponent. So I don't want to say it's a turning point now, but I definitely think it's a week where we've gained some confidence, and I think just spirits are a bit higher now. I think the first few games were quite frustrating, not getting results, and that's hard when you go on a spell of, not getting 3 points. So we'll definitely take the win tonight and hopefully roll it into next weekend and try and get 3 next weekend.
Manny, go ahead.
Congrats on the win, Jane. I think most of all, I think the one that takes the headlights is Delaney Sheehan, but of course, the defense and yourself, the second clean sheet of the season. I feel like each game, it's defensively you're more sound, more cohesive. How is that going in each game, knowing that the defense are putting a shift, especially today against the Royals?
Yeah, I think, for us, I think we view it as all 11 players defending, and I know obviously the back 5 tonight had a lot of work, but, Utah's got a few players up front that are quite dangerous, and they've scored some ridiculous goals. So we knew that they were going to figure out a way to get something on frame. So I think we all knew that as a collective, we all were going to have to work pretty hard to kind of shut them down. And, it's going to take all 11 of us to keep a clean sheet, not just the people in the back and myself. But super proud of the group as always. But every game we're just trying to get better, and every week we review the film knowing that it's not what we want it to be. So every week keep chipping away at it and hope to keep getting better, and everyone loves a clean sheet. I'll take that any day.
And last one, I think you were mentioning about, just the spells of time that you have of not winning, especially at home. It feels like it's always hard to get a win at home. Does that help to the team to get a bit more positive, especially next week? That's another home game, to just play with the same mentality, make positivity, and to get another win at home?
Yeah, I mean, I think, we all love playing here. No one likes travel, and, we have the best stadium in the league, we say. So we love playing here, so there's no reason why we can't have the momentum going into next weekend at home again. People are already saying it's wicked hot here, and to us it's still a spring, winter day, So we have all the advantage here, and we love playing here, and we got to figure out a way to make this place a place where we always win and bring in more fans, and people want to come see us, because no one wants to come, see us when we're not doing well. So we got to do well, and that's pressure on us, and we just know we have to perform. So hopefully it kicks us up the butt and tells us that we got to do better always at home. But especially for our fans here in Houston, they deserve something special.
Okay, I think we'll wrap up with that one. Jane, thank you very much.
Thanks, Joel.